Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for a very big custom Lego build. Very excited for this. So my first project from Rebrickable was an apartment complex from the user Rebricked. Great guy, great good dude, love talking to him. Now this is going to be from another huge Rebrickable artist, and that is Brick Artisan. Essentially he made something known as the Sitcomplex. If you're not familiar, The Office, Seinfeld sitting right over here. The Fab Five lot behind me. I'm trying to think. There's some custom ones too. Don't get me wrong. Like Bro Thor's apartment, even 12 Grimwald Place, Friends, Central Perk, Ross and Rachel's apartment. Like all of these different things. They're really cool, and I love having Seinfeld over here. But one of the things that really drew me to this project is like I love Seinfeld. I love The Office. Friends, overrated, but I do love the Lego sets. I don't have a lot of space for them, and I don't think a lot of people like. If you collect them, that's great. Oh, Big Bang Theory, that's the one I was forgetting. My absolute favorite. All of these are great, but they're like even my Seinfeld one. It's just kind of there. Like I never did much with it. I built it, and I got lucky because it was on clearance, and that's the main reason I spent $40 on it. It was a great deal. For the Sitcomplex, it all starts with a 1.5 base plate start, so definitely make sure you have some space in your city or in your lineup because it is going to be a bit beefy. And essentially it takes the idea of any of those sitcoms, wraps around the entire outside in a medium nougat. This entire box, by the way, a couple thousand pieces ready for this. It essentially takes the original idea and keeps some of it, not all of it, and he designs an entire layout around it, and basically you can stack them up as a giant tower, and they all kind of meld together. Now, this one's going to be a little bit wonky, just because I originally was going to make this my ground floor. Bought it, placed my Bricklink order for all the extra parts, which luckily most of the extra parts are going to be pretty similar across the board, it looks like. Then I found the Central Perk one from Friends, and you need 2 of that set rather than just one of these. I don't have the spare like $180 to do that right now. So the ground floor is going to be Central Perk from Friends. However, I'm going to be building this one first because, as you can see, it was 25% off. I actually think I got a little bit with my like membership there. I think I got like 35% off of this. So I didn't want to pay $100 for it. I paid about 60 or 70, so that's much nicer. I'm essentially going to be putting this as like the second story, but I'm going to just be building it. Oh, my food is done. Lovely. I'm going to be building this as one of the floors and just sitting it on this base plate, lining it up in the city in the background, and then when I get the ground level, I'll just be placing this right on top. So this is kind of just so I can get it ready for my city. I'll put some construction guys around it and some stuff like that, which is going to be pretty cool. And I'm just really excited to start this. Another custom project. I also am looking to run some extension boards and some, of course, of the modular white lampposts, line them up on the outside and make this look like just another modular building. So I'm really, really excited to do that. Shout out to Brick Artisan. He's incredible. He's ridiculous with some of the stuff he builds. Absolutely fantastic, and a name that will definitely be brought up here many times. Reached out to him a couple weeks ago and asked if he was okay if I did a video on all this. He said, sure. Let me know if you have any questions. So great guy. Thank you, Brick Artisan, if you ever see this. Deeply appreciate you allowing me to do a review on one of your many sets, and first of many. So definitely check him out. I'll have a link to this some of the Sitcomplex stuff, including this one behind me. This has 3 alterations. You can do it with the roof. One as there's like 2 different floor versions, I think. 2 different ground level versions, whether or not you want to do like a roof attached to it, and then one of the actual just standard floors, which is what we'll be building today. I won't be hyperlapse building this, just with anybody's custom instructions. Not my job to kind of show you how to build that stuff, just because you should want to go out and buy their instructions. So no hyperlapse build on this one, but I will give some updates along the build if I can. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Feel free to check out the rest of Brick Artisan's work. Feel free to check out the rest of my work. Starting a lot of like custom stuff in the city right now and a lot of lighting, so it's definitely a pretty cool time. So without further ado, guys, let's get started on another really cool custom build for the city. Alright everybody, here is the final build. I love it. A couple things. I was missing 1 or 2 pieces. I don't know if I ordered improperly or just missed something in my actual Bricklink order, so you'll see like there's a light missing here, and I did not include all the details in the actual building itself. Just some of the stuff maybe I had a different color, so it might look slightly different when you build it. But overall, it is fantastic. Now, since this is not the bottom floor, but I did obviously want to put this in my city right away, I've decided to do a couple different things. This is on the custom 1.5 mils plate wide, or 1.5 base plate wide mills plate. I tiled the entire thing up, which took way too much time, and I put a couple street lamps as well. Again, this is not the bottom floor, but this is the exact size and kind of shape that we're going to be working with for many years to come as I add buildings to this slowly. And again, I do have Seinfeld behind me, which would be cool to add to this immediately. However, I should get 2 central perks and actually build the bottom floor. If you build this, or anything relatively large with like custom pieces, because this was a few thousand, I think, have a good organization system. I tried to just do this like a normal set and just tossing everything out there, because obviously there's not going to be bags or numbered there or anything like that. That did not work out. It was incredibly frustrating, trying to get like all the pieces just kind of willy-nilly and having them just available. Organize like your life depends on it before you start a project like this, because it is going to make it way less frustrating and way less time consuming as well. It looks awesome. I love it. It looks really, really cool, and I cannot wait to actually add this into the city. I did order the pieces for the roof. I know I decided not to make this with a roof, however, I realized that doesn't really make sense. And worst case scenario, I can transfer that roof to Seinfeld if I decide to do that 1 floor up, or if I do Central Perk next. Obviously the roof can just stay on this, and that will sit on Central Perk and the rest of the Friends area. So I want to have a little bit of customization with that, so I ordered everything for the roof. It was only an extra like 20 to 30 bucks, and I wanted to get some extra 2x2s and stuff like that for a project that I'm going to be starting after this, which is way bigger, and I can't wait for that to start. But obviously from the outside it does look fantastic. I love the looks, I love the colors. The medium nougat colors with the masonry bricks in the same color and gray are definitely awesome for the outside. If you flip it around, you have tons and tons of flowers, and then of course one really cool scene that will be facing the desk is going to be that back line. You can see there's going to be gaps, mainly because I did not build this in the mills plate. Again, I just want this set. I just want this set to kind of sit here for now. So I did a couple of the 1x4 jumpers with the 2 studs, just to kind of keep it locked down in place, but not going to be hard to actually get off in the long run. So that's going to look fantastic. Some more windows to the side. I did line up all the minifigures inside as well. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a pretty simple roof project. I'm also probably going to add a light to this. Just 1 light for now. They obviously do make light kits for this, but since it's going to be relatively enclosed rather than a simple display, what I'm probably going to do is just get a white strip light from either Brixmax or Light My Bricks during my next parts order from one of them, and just slap it to the bottom of the roof, and it's done. That is probably going to be what I'm going to do. Obviously, you can do separate areas, but it is really open in terms of the windows and the doorways. So I think I'm just going to do 1 light on the roof and call it a day. I might get the light kit in the future. The one for Brixmax through Amazon, for instance, is like 10 bucks for everything. So I may end up ordering that just because it is cheaper. I'll have to actually go through their parts list and see. But yeah, that is overall what I think is going to happen to this. I'm going to throw some lights into it and just wait. This will look fine in the city for now. It's obviously open, but it is so short compared to the modular buildings that you're never going to see this as its current form when I'm just looking at it from here. So it's not going to drive me crazy in the like couple days it's going to take to get the pieces for the roof. And obviously there's no doorway, but again, use your imagination for now. The actual inside itself is extremely detailed. There's also some loose pieces, so if they fall over while I'm talking about all this, my apologies. Right in here, you have a little closet space. I was missing 1 aqua tile, light aqua blue tile, unfortunately. I believe this is supposed to be like a little changing area, which is pretty cool. I really like the rotation features from the original set to this one. And as I said before, I've never seen the show, so I'm sorry if some of this is really cool Easter eggs or cute details. I just don't know, unfortunately. But yeah, you have a couple wigs and the actual clothing in here with some really nice tile work. I do have to get one, like I said, one more light aqua blue tile. Over here we have the kitchen area and some really cool tile pieces for a half-cut avocado, some burners, a couple of the stove pieces, and then a 3-seat bar, which I really, really like. A lot of plants in here, which I love. I love the look of all the plants spread throughout the entire building. I think it looks fantastic. This seating area up here is really, really cool as well. You have that translucent window style coffee table. I have the little French bulldog sitting on the couch with one of the cast members here. A little laptop and a books just kind of sitting off to the side everywhere, just to kind of keep everything in one place. We have the little Fab 5 logo right over here. Style, taste, and class, which I did see lights up blue, I think, in the light kit, which would be pretty neat to have. Some cabinetry, an actual mirror itself, again, just characters kind of spread throughout the entire building. You have the bathroom right over here, or actually, I should say, the bathroom is right over here, the kitchen sink, and the actual cabinetry on this side. You can see more plant work just kind of spread throughout. Right over here, we do have a staircase and the actual front door. Once this is on top, that'll make a lot more sense. Refrigerator here loaded with a bunch of goodies as well. I'm a big fan of this huge plant in the corner. I actually think I might add some more to that just with the backdrop itself so you can definitely see through. But once that light kit is in place, this huge window in the back, you'll definitely be able to see all of the details, all of the minifigures, and it's going to be really cool having essentially an entire group of minifigures in one spot. I think that's going to look really cool, and it makes it look really filled considering this is a huge space. I mean, a base plate and a half is essentially tying the longest buildings that I'm going to have in here. Obviously, you do have a gap on one side, much more than, of course, this little area on the other, but it's still going to work out just fine. As of now, I'm going to have half of a spare base plate in my city, which I'm definitely going to have to work on. Trying to find a spot, what I want to do there, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely going to just put this in my city, see what we're looking at, and go from there. But yeah, before I do that, thank you again, Brick Artisan, for creating an awesome model. I look forward to building the rest of them for this project. Hopefully the central perk next to get a ground frame on it. Looking forward to see how this looks with lights. Definitely check out him and his works on Rebrickable. I'll have links to him and this project with all the modifications and all that stuff for your available for you to be able to look at and check out. And if you're interested, definitely let me know. It's really cool, and I hope you guys definitely support Brick Artisan and his many projects. He's a fantastic creator and designer, so definitely worth the look. But yeah, now let's take a look at where we're putting this in the city, and let's finish this bad boy up, everybody. Alright, so unfortunately, the classic town hall and the little forest, or not forest, the little city park is going to be going away for now. And then right over here, sorry for all the wires, this is still from running a lot of pieces and little cables through here to light up the front half of the city. But those two are going to be moved to the top portion of the city right above here. And then for now, Sitcomplex is going to sit at the very back end. And then these gaps here are 1.5 base plates wide. Those are 2, so this is obviously going to fill up 1.5 out of the 2. Assembly Square, as of now, is going to be moving back here, and the museum will be taking its spot. But depending on which goes which, obviously that is a base plate and a half, so I will have 1/2 spare base plate available in the city. I don't know if I'm going to put it along the wall and have it like be maybe a little walk area, just because right with Grimald Place to deal with that table leg is already customized and is heavy on the sidewalk through there, so I might do that. But yeah, for now I'm going to be tearing out the city park and the town hall and putting them in the downtown area up above, which does need to be all renovated and mills plated. I got it at least organized, but I ordered some more base plates, a lot of 2x2s, a lot of 4x8s, so hopefully we'll be starting that project here eventually after a big Harry Potter project coming soon. The Dune ship I just have ordered as well. So we got a lot going on in the city right now and the entire collection. But yeah, now let's take these out and see what we're looking at. Alright, everybody, it is in and I love it. I left the little construction guy in the outhouse. Or sorry, the porta potty. Just why not? So right in here, sorry, try not to judder the camera around. I did add the half base plate mills plate right next to this. Obviously, I should tile that in, but I hate wasting all of those tiles for custom projects if I don't need to. So for now, I do have that just kind of sitting in between, and I love it. I think it looks awesome. Definitely a really nice footprint. Can't wait to see what it looks like with Central Perk and Seinfeld. Obviously, we do have this area open here, but again, the museum will suddenly be making that change. So I'm very, very excited for that. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Shout out again to Brick Artisan for creating the Sitcomplex, and it just looks fantastic when it's completed, so I can't wait. Check him out in the description below if you're interested in any custom builds or looking at supporting another creator, which is always supported on this channel. Thank you guys so much again for joining me on this one, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, folks.